Hello everyone, and back for more UB Funkeys, this time on a Tuesday, because I didn't stream Saturday because it was a charity event, and it happening that I wanted to watch instead, and also, that way, I'm not competing to whatever extent that could be considered competition. But since there aren't any more her Saturdays left in the month, that means in order to complete my goal of getting at least one zone done, and by the end of the month, I've got to do some maybe Funkeys now. Seems there's a bit of a problem. See if I've got a quick workaround. Nope, I still don't have Heart Hooplah in my crib, so gonna have to get this working somehow. Alright, there we go. Now everything's working fine. It's time for Heart Hooplah again. My favorite, which I think, like, out of the first two games I ever had access to, because I got the circuit with Lotus and Deuce. I think I played Deuce's game a lot more than I've ever played Heart Hooplah. But in order to be able to actually complete the zone, we've gotta beat Heart Hooplah somehow. We've gotta get enough cumulative score to get that last gem shard. What should be the how we left off last time? Just like a couple matches of Hooplah away, hey, or something. Well, we didn't unlock anything that time, so... It's a shame that we can't just go play WAG words. That's a much better game than Hooplah. There we go. I think that might be a new high score, or at least. If the hearts would stop bouncing and just right to end up in the wrong spot, things would be substantially easier. I kind of strategize to throw. I use the dynamite throw a little bit on level 2 because you don't get all the way through immediately. That's another run through of Hooplah done. Just bypass level 1 immediately. Hey, once again. I wonder if maybe I should actually be saving my dynamite for later levels. It's been working fine on the first couple. just getting 10 coins every single time. Right now, I'm just gonna use Dynamite Throw. Basically bypass most of that level. And of course it knows exactly which hearts I want. It just refuses to give them to me. Still not getting a high enough score. Get more than 10 coins per run. Squander my last stick of dynamite on level 2. Mostly due to poor planning. If I can just get a green heart somewhere, then pretty much be set. Just gotta angle it just right. There we go. I think that's my high score yet. I actually got more than 10 coins for that one. So that's something. Okay, here we go. I think I might get even higher score than I got before. And of course I've got to angle that just barely. Oh, I think this is the first time I've gotten into the 10,000s. You know, this should contribute a good chunk to our cumulative score. But not enough to unlock anything, apparently. Like, not even the ability to play this in my crib. Hmm. Can you please just give me a blue? Finally. I feel like the sound effects are vaguely crustier than even the other games. Somehow. Like somehow this particular one aged worse than the rest. Maybe this is the first one they made. Like the initial prototype. Still nothing. Still not unlocking much of anything. It is nice that it just has to make contact with that farthest row. And you know, at least I will be free eventually. I'll be free from Hooplah either in 2 hours or when we unlock the last gem shard, whichever happens first. How did that make the right kind of contact? Whereas the other one managed to bounce off, the one that was actually aiming for that spot. Just gotta get right in there. Just detonate that to clear the way. I mean, it doesn't help that the music is very obvious, like, loop of a few seconds. That's all poor little indie company Mattel could afford in order for their video game. Even in terms of generic East Asian music. Like I'm calling it now, Wasabi. His game is going to use the exact same loop. Just, you know, maybe that game will have more going on to kind of distract from it. So I managed to just barely miss. Oh. I actually managed to get that shot. Just get that in there and finish that level. Getting all of these yellow hearts when the best spot for them is still blocked by other colors. Of course, now that a prime spot for yellow is unlocked, now I'm not getting yellow. Somehow still not unlocking anything. At least it's just a cumulative score that I need to hit. That cumulative score could just be very high. On. At least by the first episode of Exploring Magma Rift, we don't even have to go to Magma Rift because you can just do Deuce's game from my crib, so... There we go. It doesn't help that I didn't sleep super well last night, so I'm a little tired. But I'm still able to sing some good shots sometimes. Of course that one had to be just barely off target. As did that one. Right there. And of course I just barely missed a shot that could have finished the level. There we go. Still not unlocking anything somehow. How high does this game expect I should think my scores would be? It's looking like this stream might just be Heart Hooplah with no plus more at all. Okay, there we go. Still nothing. Still no unlocks whatsoever. Ooh, that was a big one. If we can just sink a shot to take advantage of it. Go ahead and those out of the way. Finally. That was a big one.
What a great day for all Funkeys! You have restored a crystal gem and captured its power. Now that both gem shards have been put back together, the gem's power is restored. Master Lox's henchmen have not been so lucky. The energy released by the repaired gem has caused their programming to go haywire. With Funkeystown littered with piles of broken-down henchmen, the city is in dire need of some cleaning. Hope the Boggle are hungry. All of Funkeystown breathes a sigh of relief now that the henchmen are history. However, The whereabouts of Master Locks is a mystery. No one seems to have witnessed his escape. Perhaps he's got more power left than we thought. If he's slipped into another zone, we have no choice but to find him. Leave no stone unturned.
I like that was the first thing I unlocked. Like, not the ability to play in my crib, not like an item, not a trophy. The gym shard. At last, I'm free. I'm free from Hooplah. I never have to play it again. There's apparently an area of Funkeys town that I haven't uncovered yet. So I might just do that and then switch to something else. Since yes, Angus Manor, the completely worthless this place because you can't do microtransactions anymore. The other thing is just a ship to Hidden Realm and the Villain's Den, which requires the Kmart exclusive.
Access is denied. We truly regret any inconvenience. Unfortunately, ever since the Great Disaster, the portal system and certain doors have not been functioning properly. On the day of the Great Disaster, a series of spectacular explosions rocked Funkeystown, destroying the main portal station and shattering the crystal gems. Because the portals were open at the time, the explosions spread to many of the stations. Also lost in the explosion was Dr. Tinker, whose remains were never found. He is believed to have been working on the main portal station when the explosion occurred. All Funkeys regret the loss of our chief engineer. Ever since the Great Disaster, not all of the portals have operated properly. A great deal of magic was released when the crystal gems shattered. Magic that is unpredictable at best. Recovery has been slow. There is barely enough power to keep any of the portals operating. It was during this period of chaos that Master Locks mysteriously appeared and began stealing from the population through his henchmen. Using his vile powers, Master Locks locked the remaining functioning portals, as well as certain doors, restricting where a Funky can travel in Terrapenia.
And you have to use the Kmart exclusive Master Locks or Henchman Funky, which I don't have. Yeah, I forgot that Gabby is also Funkeystown Funkeys. Let's read up on Gabby before we switch to something else. The most talkative of all the Funkeys, the Gabby are all about spreading gossip. Gabby always seem to be in a good mood with their bubbly attitude and cheery disposition. And while they do spread rumors, these rumors are always trivial and never harmful. Well, the Gabby like to pass along gossip, but that they would never intentionally hurt another Funky's feelings. Spreading rumors is now the second most popular communication method in the land. This is a change from the Gabby of old. The original Gabby were vicious in their rumors and stories. It is often said they were responsible for the wars during the dark times. Three particularly evil Gabby were the ringleaders and led the tribe down this evil path. But the young Gabby and many of the other Funkeys rose up and banished the three evils. One to the east, one to the west, and one to the north. To the far north. The names have been erased from all Gabby books and stories. Modern Gabby have a very trusting nature, a kind of airhead personality, and tend to be rather gullible. Knowing that the Gabby will believe almost anything you tell them, and then most certainly pass that information on to everyone they see. Some of the other Funkeys like to play impractical jokes with unsuspecting Gabby. The Deuce are the most notorious for playing practical jokes. The most infamous joke was when a particularly mischievous Deuce told to Gabby that Xehanort explorers never actually landed on Laputa Station. Holy shit? UB Funkeys is making a reference to the fake moon landing conspiracy theory now? Even though the landing was widely televised on all U-Funk channels, the whole landing was actually filmed in a basement using special effects. Yeah, they're literally going there. Of course, this rumor spread quickly throughout Terrapenia. Despite Mayor Seiso's repeated denial of this silly rumor, to this day there are Funkeys who believe that the landing was all some type of government conspiracy. This love of discovering secrets and spreading rumors has led many Gabby to become television reporters or her advice columnists. The most famous of the Gabby writes a weekly advice column in the Funkeystown Post called Dear Gabby, where she gives advice to troubled or confused Funkeys. You've come a long way, Gabby. Was not expecting to see a reference to the moon landing being as fake conspiracy theory of all things. Which, I mean, also interesting implication that the Gabby are this is the descendant of basically like a dark cabal, all that could plunge entire tribes of Funkeys into war. Which, I mean, that cutscene, the Access Denied cutscene implies that Dr. Tinker is, presumed dead. So, UB Funky's lore can be a little bit darker than you would expect for a children's game even from the 2000s. And we even gotten to one particular bit that I'm looking that's gonna be in Nightmare Rift. I completely forgot about this feature, but I don't think it works anymore. Because, I at least hope that we're not connected to any kind of server, because the official servers are dead. So, that would mean that we would be connected to an unofficial server, which is almost certainly not authorized by Radika, Arcadium, or Mattel, and would therefore be against Twitch terms of service.
Congratulations! You've stumbled across a hoodwink. It has great power and will protect you from Master Lox's greedy henchmen. But only once. With this in your possession, a henchman will race off with the hoodwink, forgetting to rob you. Master Lox will not be amused when they return with the hoodwink and not your coins.
Ah, yes, I actually have a use for the useful tools panel now, because I have a hoodwink, which is not going to be useful at all for as long as we remain in Funkeystown, because those we already dealt with the henchmen. Alright, so I think I will do a real quick BRB, trying to figure out what exactly to do for the next hour and a half. So we might as well I'll wait until we can start a proper a sort of season 2 of UB Funkeys later on, before they start going for gym charts in other zones. Which next up will be Magma Gorge, so we'll have to play through more of Deuce's game, plus Wasabi, Bones, and Stitch's games. But for now, that's gonna be it for UE Funkeys. I might do it again, and I might continue UE Funkeys as maybe an interim game in between in other series at some point. Or, maybe I'll just pick it up again next November. I will be right back as I get something set up. for the next hour and 20 minutes. I'll probably also have something to drink to sort of wake myself up a little bit.